According to Mr. Newark, the proposition by the government will bring more hardships on the traveling public, especially motorists. With this, he is advocating that the ban be reviewed.
What is something that's absolutely amazing to me is that there's a choice which is being taken away from the Guyanese public. I mean, if you go to England, you go to America, or you go to Canada, that choice is there. If you're a little tight with money that month and you can't afford to buy a new tire, you can buy a graded used tire, which is legal in that country, and put it on your car and drive away. Why shouldn't people in Guyana have that option?
He stressed that the Bureau of Standards has no equipment to test tires when they enter Guyana, and as such the government should not impose the ban on used tires, when according to Mr. Newark there is no law in place for proper testing. Mr. Newark stressed that the people of Guyana must be given tangible reasons on the government's decision to impose a ban on used tires.
We don't have a minimum requirement in law for a tire on the road in Guyana, but yet we want to ban a particular sector of the industry. And I say that because they're not banning tires for trucks used, they're not banning agriculture tires used, though those will be allowed to be imported. Strangely enough, because that end of the industry, there are more, I would say, affluent people involved.
A petition was submitted last year to Minister Jordan. That petition, according to Mr. Newark, has not been yet addressed.
The Used Tire Association, we got 2,000 and odd signatures. We presented this petition to the minister then. A year ago, we had a very good meeting with the minister. We discussed all aspects of the industry. We proposed the minimum requirement for a tire to come in, which was 4 millimeters, which is half of what a new tire is actually.
President of the Minibus Union, Ian Andrews, stressed that the minibus business is not lucrative and there must be better consultation to prevent a lapse in public transportation.
It brings us to the thought that even though you're providing a service as minibus service providers, you have to take the consumers into consideration. Where a parent may have a large family or children going to school, can they afford to? So what we are saying is that there ought to have been some consultation. There ought to have been a forum for consultation for all the stakeholders.
For AGP Nightly News, I am Ayana George.